Hi everyone, Dave here from the Mates Brothers, Transformers at the Moon. And this video, we're not going to talk about Transformers, we're going to talk about Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light. Now, this is quite a short video. I'm going to talk you through the planned coffee table book that Steve and I were looking at doing about 10 years ago. Now, I have a little preview to show you. We've never shared this before. It is from probably about 8 years or so ago that we did this. We haven't worked on it for quite a few years, and there's only about 10 or so pages to talk through. But I'll give you an idea of what we were planning on doing and what we still hope to do at some stage. Now, there's a lot of work involved in putting a book together, and life has just basically gotten in the way. But as they say in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. So hopefully we can find a way. We also have another saying, which is Mapes never give up. So we're not going to give up on our dreams of getting this Visionaries book out there for you. The plan was to have a 300-page hardback coffee table book. That's what we want to do for you. Gives you in the highest quality and fill it with as much information as possible. So if you're interested in Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light, watch the video and let us know, do you want us to actually try and do this book?
Transformers at the Moon. Fantastic.
So here we are looking at a very early draft of the book that we produced almost a decade ago, maybe over a decade ago now. The idea was that we wanted to launch this through Kickstarter. We did a very basic mock-up and got to about plenty 300 pages. It seems quite high for what it would be, but we could shrink it down. We can make it larger. Depends what it was. The reason it never happened, other than just time, life getting in the way, getting married, moving to the US, was that we kept buying more and more Visionaries related stuff. And so the more we bought, hang on, we need to fill in the gaps here. We didn't have enough Series 2 stuff, we got more Series 2 bits. So we're in a much better position now to actually produce the book in terms of what we own. Maybe not necessarily time, but I still have a passion for it. So it was going to be a Kickstarter style book. We were going to call it Behind the Magic, a fan's guide to Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light. And the idea was to highlight the different behind the scenes merchandise that we have for our show. We were going to start off with the credits, told you a little bit about our history with the brand, who we are, how we got into it back in 1987. Have a foreword from maybe Flynn Dilley, maybe some of Jim Duffy's family. Jim was one of the main creative people behind the show at TMS, or maybe some other people in there. We wanted to talk to some of the composers I've spoken to in the past as well. Then obviously it goes right into the content. So what was going to be in the book, well, hopefully will be in the book if we can produce it. So about the timeline, this was going to be about the series timeline, the timeline of producing the show, not the time in the show, but how long it took to make it and how close they were to release dates. Talk about the characters. That was the biggest area, looking at the pre-production material, both for the cartoon and later on we'll look at the toys as well. The cartoons, so guided episodes, you can get them online. But we're going to show you more background images, storyboards, and things like timing sheets. Timing sheets aren't that interesting to look at. We have literally hundreds, probably thousands of pages of timing sheets, but they can be quite cool to add in and have a look at some of those as well. Talk about the comics. We have original artwork for the comics. We have original paintings from big looker books. Cover that area. Toys, obviously, Series 1, Series 2, unreleased toys, test shots, prototypes, molds, 2 in, 2 up, resins. Merchandise, visually merchandise, more merchandise was produced than what we originally remembered. Then the unreleased live action movie from the early 2000s, Visionaries Reborn. We have the treatment. We'll share that with you, talk through the plans. We've spoken to AGE regarding the Visionaries throughout the last 15 years or so. Their thoughts on the series. Maybe they would do the forward. The IDW comic we added in a little bit later on when it was produced back in 2018. Then Life at TMS, the company behind the cartoon. What was it like to work there? Just some internal memos and things. And finally, custom and fan created content, focusing on things like Plastic Crack, the eBay molded toys, Picturebot customs, and Shannon's foil stickers. Looking at the characters, the idea would be give you the basic information like you get on profile cards and websites. You have all of that. Images of the characters from the show, face, full body, magical toes and magical power, and a couple of paragraphs on the character. Then we would move in to the pre-production material. in this page, which is one of the main ones, we have a lot of the characters, the early concepts for them, where they were going to have sort of spinning action weapons. Leoric, originally going to be all Taurus. His Taurus the Bull was going to be his chest emblem, his power, sorry. And then the mighty Oak was his chest emblem to signify strength. Now, the original concept for Leoric had facial tattoos, very similar to the 2018 design. We spoke to Fiko Oso about that, and he confirmed it was just coincidental. He didn't know anything about that beforehand. Then, after the intro page, we'd go into the different artwork. Now, we have lots of different types of artwork for the shows. This is some examples of just showing the different progress of characters, and it's just down to whether we do them small or large, as to how many pages you would get. We also will need to go and clear up to get rid of all the artifacts from the images, which takes an awful long time. In these earlier concept arts, you can see the changes of the character design, as well as all the handwritten notes to tell people this marking on the glove is wrong, remove whatever else it will be, add this in. So, what do you think? Do you guys think it would still be interesting to see a Visionaries book? Would you like us to do it? How many pages would you like? Would you like it to be a hardback, softback? Please let us know in the comments. Hit us up on X or Twitter, Visionaries Info. Just keep badgering us to do the book. Go and visit our Facebook page, visionaries.net, the Visionaries page in there. Comments on there. We want to know if you're interested. We still are. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Transformers at the moon. Fantastic.